Welcome back to Jersey Matters. We continue our conversation with Assembly Minority Leader John Bramnick. Here's something I don't get about the reaction to this governor. He ran on raising taxes. He told everybody what he was going to do. Now he's governor, and he says, okay, I'm going to raise taxes, and everybody's upset about it. He said everything for next year is on the table. What's your concern?
Well, first, he won because he was not Chris Christie and not Donald Trump. Let's talk about why he won.
So he has no mandate. You're saying he has no mandate.
Well, he didn't win because he said he's raising taxes. He won as a reaction, and this is true in all politics, to the last governor who became unpopular and to the president of the United States. Now, the fact that he raised taxes $1.4 billion, I don't think he's getting great reviews for that, and he's going to raise more taxes. He will eventually become unpopular. Period. End of story, because he's going to make New Jersey more unaffordable. So, yeah, he's riding a little bit of a wave because of the anti-Trump-ness of New Jersey.
But in his mind, he must think, I got elected saying I would do this, much like you brought up Trump. I got elected saying I'm going to build a wall. So I'm going to raise taxes. In his mind, he must believe he has a mandate to do this.
Well, what he believes, and I've spent some time with him, he believes in redistribution of the wealth. He deeply believes. He looks himself as a Bobby Kennedy-ness person, and he deeply believes it. So I respect that. The problem is New Jersey, people are leaving, as you saw with United Van Lines. We're the most exited state in the United States. He believes that I'm going to redistribute this wealth regardless of what the practical impact, which I think is very serious to our state. That's just the way he is. I get it. But it's not personal. That's my whole point about politics. He believes in that. He wants to redistribute wealth, and he's going to raise taxes, and he'll continue to raise taxes.
I have to congratulate you and other Republicans, because you have a Democratic governor, you have a Democratic Assembly, you have a Democratic Senate, and you were able to
stop. I thought you were going to say Democratic wife.
And you were able to stop redistricting, at least for the time being.
We had some help with some Democrats on that as well. The redistricting was a complete mess. It was a mess because a lot of Democrats didn't like it, and the Republicans hated it, because basically what they were going to do is make it a Democratic state forever. And the Democrats didn't like it because they thought it was a political change of leadership, because they were transferring the right to run this committee from the chairman of the Democratic Party to the leaders in the legislature. Actually, I was going to get more power. I was going to pick 2 members on this committee. Right now, I don't pick anybody. But it was such a bad plan for both the future in New Jersey in terms of equal voting rights that none of us supported it.
This can't be done, though, because to the victors go the spoils. In every state, there's gerrymandering. In every state, there's this redistricting, and whatever party's in power gets to do it, right?
Well, gerrymandering is the worst thing that ever happened to this country, because what you do is you set up districts, right-wing and left-wing districts. So what you have in Washington and sometimes in Trenton, you have extreme districts, not good. You want districts that are competitive. Because if they're competitive, that means those representatives have to be in the middle. They have to listen to both sides. That doesn't exist in this country anymore. You have the left or the right. The districts are left or the right because of gerrymandering. People don't want to lose their positions. Gerrymandering, very, very, very bad.
Is gerrymandering the worst thing if the Republicans were in control?
Bad.
Okay.
First of all, be honest with you, I don't want to see one party run anything in total, because they become extreme. I want to see balance in government. And I think when you have balance, bad stuff doesn't happen.
After this last midterm election, you have 1 Republican congressman left in this state. And as I said, in all state government, Democrats are running things. Mm-hmm. We are deeply a blue state right now. What's the state of the Republican Party?
Well, we've got great ideas. We're reasonable. A lot of this is anti-Trump. Because I don't think there's a great love for his personality. He's very abrasive. He can be very arrogant, very dismissive. And that created an incredible opportunity for opposition of Republicans. So people look at you and go like this, oh, you must act like Donald Trump. No, I don't. I think most of us act like either Tom Kean Sr. or George Bush I, or, people who are regularly reasonable and rational. Maybe fiscally conservative, some of us moderate, such as myself. But I think Trump has defined the Republican Party in New Jersey, and in a blue state, that's not helpful, because the reaction to Trump is so overwhelmingly negative by a group of people that they'll take out any Republican they can because they think you're Donald Trump, and we're not all Donald Trump.
I'm going to do something now that I've never done with a public office holder that has been sitting here with me, and that's because you are also a pretty accomplished stand-up comic. I've seen you. You're very funny.
You want me to do an imitation of Trump? No, just kidding.
Do you do one?
No, I don't. That's why I didn't want you to do it.
But you have some appearances coming up. I mean, you actually go around the state and do stand-up.
I do.
So where are you going to be?
Well, I'll be back in Long Beach Island this summer, August 11th, at the Surflight Theater. May 25th, I'm going to be at the Count Basie Theater. I'm going to be back in New Jersey PAC in October. And I'm regularly in New Brunswick. I can't believe Vinnie Brand's going to kill me, at Stress Factory. And the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, I'll go on a regular basis. And it's great because I get so much material on Trenton. I need to talk about it somewhere. I can't talk about it on this show because it's not a comedy show. But if you ever start a comedy show, I'd like to be your guest.
No, we've run some of your stand-up on the show. You did it at the Republican National Convention.
Oh, I did. That's
we
right.
taped that, and we showed part of that, and you got great reviews.
No, I appreciate that
from our viewers. Thank you so much. It's always
Larry,
a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thanks for being in. Minority Leader John Bramnick in the New Jersey Assembly. Jersey Matters continues right after this.